Hello there and welcome. How's it going? This is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Welcome to the Facebook Live. If you happen to be watching this from YouTube or Rumble, welcome to the Digital Marketing Warrior video channel, the place to come to be inspired in creating your wealth. In today's video, I'm going to be going over why a college degree is a scam. If you've been curious about this topic, hone your attention to this video all the way through until the very end to discover the reasons behind why a college degree is a scam. If this is your first time here and you're watching this from the Facebook Live, don't forget to follow me on Facebook by hitting that follow button on my profile. That way you can see all of the content I will be rolling out on your newsfeed. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, some hearts, share this out to the world. If you happen to be watching this from YouTube or Rumble, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that you don't miss out when I roll out some new content. I remember right out of high school, I went straight into community college. I went through the necessary years to be able to complete the credits needed to graduate community college. I was thinking I was going to be spending another semester over in community college. What I found out from my counselor was I finished a semester early. And what I found out was I missed the deadline to approach for the university I was planning on attending. So I sat down with my counselor and I said, well, what can I do from here? And he told me there's some options about me going out of state, particularly to Arizona. And when I heard that, I thought to myself, I don't want to move out. I'm not even prepared to financially support myself on my own while I'm going away to college. And then he talked about how not only I could apply for financial aid, but he also told me that I could take out student loans. And I remember all the horror stories I was told over the years from that point in my life about the horrors of getting into student debt. And I remember walking out of the counselor office and just sitting there in my car as I got to the parking lot and thinking to myself, so I have two options. I could either continue on to a four-year university, get myself into student debt, hopefully I'll get a job, a career, and whatever is my choosing based on my degree, and I hope that I will make it in life. Or I discover another way to success. Those were my two options. And I was in a dilemma because everybody around me was telling me, oh, you got to continue on to go to a four-year university. You got to continue on your education. Otherwise, if you drop out of college, it will be the biggest mistake that you will make in your life. And so here I thought, I got to not listen to those people because something about this just doesn't feel right. I want to actually go on another path. I want to discover another path to success. And it so happened that one of my former friends that I was associated with introduced me to a network marketing opportunity that I almost joined, but I felt like something was off about it. So I decided to do some research on it. And upon my research, I found something even better, in which that was the jumpstart of my own journey in internet marketing. Here's the crazy part about a college degree. So they encourage you to go to school, go to community college or university, right? And they tell you to take the classes, graduate, get a degree. Oh, by the way, before you get the degree, if you don't have the money, you got to be willing to get into student loan debt just to get that degree to be able to get a job that earns less than what you spent on the degree. How crazy is that? That is just mind-boggling to me. How can you spend, let's say, on a degree, like let's say you're in $50,000 worth of student debt, and then you get a degree for that after spending that $50,000, and you get a job that earns less than what you spent on the degree. Let's say you only earn $40,000 in whatever job or career that's associated with your degree. When you really look at it, how does that even work? And what you got to realize is getting into student debt is a trap. I notice a lot of people think it's that simple, that you just go to school, get into debt to get a degree, to get a job, and then you're set for life. That's what they basically tell you. What they don't tell you is the struggle and the horror of what it's like to stay in student debt. Case in point, I have a friend of mine that went to college, that went to a university 20 years ago, and he only borrowed about 30 grand of student debt. And what he found out was, up to this day, he's been making the minimum monthly payments on it, never missed a payment. And he discovered the student debt total amount never went down. In fact, it went up. It went up to about 35,000. It's crazy. You would think that if you just make the minimum monthly payments and you just don't miss it, you stay consistent with it, you think that you're going to be able to pay that off and get it to a zero balance on that account. But what you find out is it doesn't work that way. Based on my friend's experience, I found out it doesn't work that way. Unless you have 30 grand sitting somewhere within your reach, and you use that 30 grand to pay back what you borrowed, that whole entire amount. You see, what they don't tell you is when you borrow that student loan, you're going to be paying interest on it. And that interest is going to compound over time to the point that it's just going to be mind-boggling. I notice a lot of people my age work more than 2 jobs just to pay off that student debt, but they don't realize that it doesn't go down. Not only that, but they're just not able to enjoy life because they're just so stressed out. They feel this great need to pay back this debt. And these are the people that not only they don't know what they want in their life, but they're not happy. A college degree doesn't guarantee you a job. It's even more mind-boggling than student debt itself is already. What's even more worse is, even when you get a college degree, whether you use student loans to get it, whether your parents saved up for your tuition, even when you get a college degree, it doesn't guarantee you a job. You can be going to school for 5 years, and then when you go out there into the real world, you're basically thrown out there to figure out everything yourself. So you're encouraged to get a job, show your qualifications, and you're not even guaranteed a job. It's become much harder to get a job now than it was all those years ago. And this even goes for like minimum wage jobs too. It's nuts. And think about it. If you're going to college right now, and whatever means that you used to get to college, whether you got into student loan debt or your parents saved up for your tuition, what's crazy is you're going to be spending years in that school or in that university, and then by the time that you graduate and get out and you go look for a job, what if you can't find a job? What if in your chosen degree you're not guaranteed work and you can't even find a job out there? And what's going to happen? You're going to be forced to go back to school and get another degree, and you're going to be even borrowing more money than what you were originally intended, and then you're going to be even in more debt than you previously were already. And it's crazy. Nobody should feel like they have to do that. And what you got to realize is there's more than one way to achieve success, to become successful. Going to college and getting a degree is not the only way to be successful. You got to discover what's true to you and be open to possibilities. If you just stick to whatever you're told by whoever's around you, will recognize something. They're not the ones living your life. You are. You got to figure out what's true to you. What is true to you? And be open to the possibilities that are out there. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone to discover what's true to you, so that not only you can achieve success, but you can be happy over the long term. And that's what this is about. It's all about, are you happy with where you are? If you're not happy with where you are, you can change that at any moment in your life. It doesn't matter what other people around you are saying. You are the one in charge of your life. There's more than one way to become successful. You gotta discover what's true to you. Don't feel like you have to go to school. You have to get a college degree. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I know you're gonna get shamed and ridiculed. I know I was. I remember that time that I decided to drop out of college in pursuit of my journey that I've been on for over 7 years. I got a lot of shame and ridicule for it. And a lot of people were telling me that I'm making a big mistake, that I'm not going to be contributing much to society. And yet, here I am, doing this video and talking to you. You got to realize that you got to tune out those voices in your head. Only focus on what your inner voice is telling you. Discover what's true to you and open yourself up to all possibility, because there are so many possibilities out there. It's up to you to make that choice on opening yourself up to those possibilities. I trust you got a ton of value out of this video. And if you did, this is what I'd like you to do right now. If you're watching from the Facebook Live, comment a 1 down below this video or to the right of it, depending on where you're viewing the Facebook Live video from. And I'll be sure to message you on Messenger for what marketing resources you can get involved in right now to start building your freedom today. If you're watching from YouTube or Rumble, this is what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to check out the marketing resources down below this video. Select the one that best suits your needs and start building your freedom today. That way you can be on your way to generating the results and the success that you know in your heart you deserve. With that said, this is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. Have an amazing day wherever you may be, whatever time zone that you're watching this from, and I'll see you on the next video very soon. Take care.